Hey guys, Sublord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins, Turtles of Greyskull, Clamp Champ, the Master of Clamps. Pretty sucky ability, but his weapon is pretty damn cool with this particular figure. That said, this particular figure is brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get to the meat and potatoes of this review and take a look-see at what Clamp Champ has to offer in terms of accessories. Because ain't much! Got the mini-comic and the pamphlet, in case you're a doofus and don't know how to put these things together. That said, his weapon is this big Monongahela here. This giant snake clamp claw thing. This is cool as shit. I love this weapon. Like, Mechaneck got his dinky little club again. Clamp Champ gets this giant monstrosity of a weapon. It's funny how, like, the C to D-list Motu character that came up towards the end of the vintage line, it's kind of stupid expensive nowadays, got, like, the coolest weapon in this whole line. That's really nuts. But, just like Mechaneck from yesterday, I like this look for Clamp Champ more than the regular one. I don't know how I feel about the shell pad, but the shell armor, that seems kind of ridiculous. But it does look like Man-at-Arms, and speaking of Man-at-Arms, this guy was supposed to take over for him in 2000X, and I kind of feel like this is some sort of homage to that. I don't know, call me crazy. But I'm definitely going to put this guy with the 2000X Snake Armor He-Man and the Mechaneck we looked at yesterday. But as far as articulation goes, his head will look up and down. He'll tilt side to side, rotate, shoulders pop up, forward and back, single jointed elbow with rotation, swivel edge wrist, waist twist works fine. Hips will kick forward, back, out, down. He's got a swivel in the knee, single jointed knee, swivel at the boot with a hinge, at the foot with a rocker, and that's your lot. That is Origins articulation in a nutshell, man. But man, I like this figure. I think he's cool. He's pretty basic, but he's still got quite a bit going on. He's got the peg holes on the back for the shield, but he doesn't have one. So if you ever get an extra Mechaneck, you could always hook him up with that shield. I think that would look good on him. Or even the, maybe even the Man-at-Arms one, but that one had like a fur shawl that went over it. But either way, that is Clamp Champ in a nutshell. He is cool. He's got a big old clamp monster here. Wish he had a small one for his other hand. He doesn't have crap for that. Not even anything sculpted onto the gauntlet, so that kind of sucks. He should have two clamps, not just one, right? Right? So, with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Clamp Champ alongside his evil wave mate, Dragon Ninja, who is hands down one of the best figures in this Turtles Greyskull line. I think it's safe to say. And we also have a fellow heroic warrior, Mechaneck. And of the two, I think Mechaneck looks cooler, but like I said earlier, Clamp Champ's got the way cooler weapon. Way cooler. Like leaps and bounds. Like Mechaneck's just got his derpy little club. Clamp Champ's got this giant claw of death. So, case closed, man. Case closed. But, bringing in our two regulars here. Got the Mythic Legion's brother Mandibilith. And the infamous K11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone because he is not a 5.5-inch figure. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, in between good old Clamp Champ and Mechaneck, who we took a look at yesterday, I think it's safe to say that Clamp Champ definitely got the better weapon, but I'm going to stand by my previous statement saying that Mechaneck probably looks a little cooler aesthetically. I mean, the pseudo Optimus Prime cosplay does give him bonus points for me, but you know how it is, right? That said, much like that Mechaneck, this Clamp Champ will look great with the Snake Armor He-Man from 2000X we got in Origins a couple years back during the Rise of the Snake Men line, the quote-unquote last time we saw Origins like that at retail before they switched to Mattel Creations and kicked things off with Hurricane! Yay. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.